Good day, everyone. Today, we are delighted to present to you our research proposal entitled Eating Habits and the Stress Level Among the Students under the School of Education at Holy Angel University. Presented by Group 3 from Ed 101, I will be introducing my research team, starting with myself. I am Miyabi, Shoane, Hara, and I will be presenting the conceptual framework. Together with me are
I'm the twin Janel, and I will be presenting the research instrument and the appendices.
And I'm Laraine Mallari, and I will be presenting the research design and participants of the study.
I am Marla Alexa M. Manio, and I will be presenting the statement of the problem and the table.
I am Tricia Nigos, and I will be presenting the data gathering, data analysis, and references.
I am usually Ragadio, and I will be presenting the significance of the study and ethical considerations.
I am Ramil Quiroz, and I will be presenting the introduction.
understanding the relationship between what we consume and stress levels has become more and more important to our general well-being in a world of fast-paced lifestyles and increasing pressures. Throughout this presentation, we will delve into examining the various aspects of this complex and threatening problem, not just for students, but for everyone. Starting with the introduction that will be presented by Mr. Ramil Quiroz.
Eating habits and the stress levels among the students under the School of Education students at Holy Angel University. The main problem of this experiment was the stress that led to bad eating habits. Stress can lead to a variety of unhealthy eating habits, such as overeating, skipping meals, and eating junk foods. One of the primary reasons for this is the stress can cause a release of hormones that increase appetite. In addition, students may turn to comfort foods high in sugar, fats, and calories. This can lead to overweight, poor nutrition, and increased risk of chronic diseases such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Stress is one of the usual things or feelings when people are experiencing pressure or they are in uncomfortable situation. According to the study of Mental Health Foundation, year 2021, our body's reaction to pressure is stress. Not everyone can handle stress, but some of us can deal with it in a different way. However, excessive stress might lead to negative consequences, and this might eventually have an effect or impact our emotional well being and mental health wellness. Shanley will continue our research. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Mr. Ramil. So now let's move on to the significance of the study. The result of this study will benefit everyone because stress is a common experience for everyone. Understanding how stress impacts eating habits allows people to develop interventions that can assist them make healthier choices. It also emphasizes how important it is to deal with stress, particularly among students, because it negatively affects their eating habits. The study's finding could be beneficial in educating students about their harmful eating habits, particularly when they are stressed. These findings of the study will benefit students, parents, future researchers, the school administration of the students, and psychologists. This study helps students learn how stress affects what they eat and how it can make them unhealthy. It also helps them to identify their stress and bad eating habits. Also, this study can help parents understand what their kids are going through and how they can help them deal with stress. Also, the future researcher can learn how stress impacts students' eating habits from this study. They can use it as a reference for their own research in the future. This study also helps school administrator understand students' struggles and support them to prevent mental health problems such as stress and their eating habits. Lastly, psychologists. Psychologists can learn from this research to understand and explain thoughts, feelings, and behaviors better. It can help them support students who are stressed out. The next part will be the statement of the problem, and that will be presented by Miss Marla Manio.
Now, let me present to you the research questions or statements of the problem and hypothesis. The study was designed to explore the eating habits influenced by varying stress levels among students in the School of Education at Holy Angel University. The researchers aim to uncover the root causes of stress experienced by these students and seek to investigate the effects of stress on their eating habits. Additionally, after establishing the link between stress and eating habits, the researchers strive to understand how these stress-induced eating habits may contribute to the potential health problems. The goal is to provide a comprehensive understanding of the dynamic relationship between stress, eating choices, and the potential health implications for students in the School of Education at Holy Angel University. For the conceptual framework, it will be presented by Ms. Hara.
Thank you for that, Ms. Manio. This table represents our conceptual framework, which consists of the IPO. The first column is the input, which includes the participants and the variables. The participants are the students, and the variables are their age and major. They will be asked for their insights and their experiences regarding eating habits and stress. The second column is the process, which will be discussed how data are collected. Researchers will use descriptive survey and in analyzing data will be done through online survey. And lastly, the third column is the output, which shows the general objective of the study, which is to better understand the eating habits and stress levels of the Department of School of Education at Holy Angel University, and to know the possible effect of these eating habits from the stress that can lead to possible health problems. Next is method. Ms. Mallari will present the research design.
This research employs descriptive quantitative research design to investigate the relationship between eating habits and stress levels among students of the School of Education at Holy Angel University. The study aims to provide a detailed understanding of these variables through numerical data analysis. By utilizing this design, the researchers gather information about eating habits and stress levels, allowing for statistical analysis and identifying the patterns or correlations within the data. This approach facilitates a systematic examination of the topic, offering valuable insights that can inform strategies for promoting student well-being. For the participants, in the study, the researchers selected participants of the School of Education at Holy Angel University using simple random sampling method. This means that every student in the department had an equal chance of being chosen to participate in the study. The researchers used the Rosa formula to calculate the sample size of the students in the School of Education needed in the study. Now, for the research instrument, it will be presented by Ms. Janel Datuin.
Thank you, Ms. Mallari. For the research instrument, the researchers made an online survey questionnaires that can be only answered by simply clicking yes or no, or agree or disagree. This questionnaire was created to learn and understand more about the students of the School of Education at Holy Angel University regarding their experiences with eating habits and their stress levels. Moving on to Ms. Nigos for the data gathering.
Thank you for that, Ms. Datuin. For data gathering, we prioritize upholding moral values and ensuring the rights of our participants. We summarize information, cite sources properly, and include a reference section in APA format to prevent plagiarism. Our online survey allows participants the freedom to choose not to respond, ensuring their participation is voluntary. And for the data analysis, to examine the relationship between stress levels and eating habits among the students under the School of Education. Our study used descriptive analysis. Specifically, we use statistical variables including mean, median, and even mode. The goal was to grasp both how these factors influence one another and how they interact with one another. An important part of our study endeavor was being able to make more general conclusions about the variables influencing stress level among our peers by combining data from a representative sample of our population. Finding patterns and trends, this method actively contributes to our comprehension of the well-being of students. Its impact is substantial since it's also vital in forming future interventions or support networks. For the table, it will be presented by Ms. Marla Manio.
This table represents the overall content from the statement of the problem to the method. For the statement of the problem, the researcher constructed three questions, and these are: first, what are the root causes of the stress among the Department of School of Education students? Second, how does stress affect the eating habits of the Department of School of Education? Third, how can these eating habits from stress lead to possible health problems? Then, for the hypothesis of the study, for the HO, it states that there is no significant relationship found between the eating habits and the stress levels of the Department of Education students. Next, for HA, there is significant relationship found between the eating habits and the stress levels of the Department of Education students. After that, the research design is descriptive. The chosen respondents are students of the Department of Education at Holy Angel University. The sampling design that will be used in the research is random. Lastly, data are summarized using descriptive statistics in the form of name, mention, and mode. Let me call on Ms. Ragadio for the ethical considerations.
Thank you for that, Ms. Manio. Ethical considerations. The answers and information of the participants will be kept safe in a private folder on Google Drive, only for the researchers to see it. We make sure that your data stays private. It will be deleted after the study. Your information is also will be used for the study. Your participation in this study is voluntary. You don't have to join if you don't want to. The survey paper has an option if you disagree or agree. If you agree or disagree, you can show it by checking the box in the survey paper. Also, you have the option to stop at any moment and withdraw any time from the study. If you have questions or concerns, you can talk to the researchers. So now let's move on to the appendices. It will further discussed by Ms. Janel C.
Here are the instruments that were used in this study.
And for the reference, and these are the references that we use in this research study.
As our presentation on the interconnected relationship of eating habits and stress levels comes to an end, it is important to understand the significance of preventive stress management and holistic self-care as we deal with the challenges of today's society. As students researchers, we encourage everyone to reflect about the study presented today and reflect on your personal lifestyle, especially on your eating habits and stress levels. We hope that everyone will achieve greater resilience, strength, and awareness. Thank you for listening and for your participation, and we wish everyone the best on their own journey to a health lifestyle. Thank you once again.